So just to understand a little bit about points, polarities, and the planets, points in an astrology chart are like sensitive points on the body, trigger points. And when the current sky moves to a degree that is activating a point, such as the south node, the north node, the ascendant, the descendant, the nadir, or the midheaven, it is felt intensely. Anything that aspects and connects to the south or north node is going to be felt by us. Planets are the vibrational impulse. They express themselves through the signs. You can think of signs as instruments. Each instrument sounds a little bit different. With our current nodal position, South Node in Scorpio, North Node in Taurus, we are learning to build a spiritual foundation for any riches and resources we might seek or want. Scorpio is the only sign in the zodiac that has three symbols: the scorpion, the phoenix, and the eagle. Mars and Pluto are the co-rulers of Scorpio. But because Scorpio has three symbols, I do assign Sedna to the third symbol, the eagle, and I will explain why. This picture is showing the nodal position in January of this year when the nodes had shifted into Taurus and Scorpio. And the planet that you see conjunct the north node is in fact Sedna. So Sedna definitely is the vibrational impulse that is united with the north node, the uncharted territory of peace and prosperity. So Sedna is the siren call, the way shower who is providing a lifeline to us and showing us the way to get to the north node in Taurus. The nodes return to the same position every 18 or 19 years. So the last time the nodes were in this position was in fact the year that Sedna was discovered in 2003. They changed signs into Scorpio and Taurus in April, and Sedna was discovered in November. What is important about that is that when you understand Sedna's myth, legend, the astronomy, and the astrology, which I do explain in detail in my book, The Return of Planet Sedna, Sedna's myth is all about scorpionic issues, overcoming betrayal, overcoming violence, trauma, abandonment, and being able to create a new life out of the old. With Sedna conjunct the North Node, this, in my view, is symbolizing that highest vibration of Scorpio, the eagle, that will allow us to fly to, if you will, the North Node. We're not going to be able to get to the North Node without actually going through the phases and the maturation process of Scorpio. That is something that no human being really is exempt from. If we're living on the planet at this time, we have shadow work to do. We have to hold ourselves accountable for that transformation process. So given the fact that Sedna was conjunct the North Node at the time of her discovery, as well as conjunct the North Node at the time that the nodes shifted again into Scorpio and Taurus in January of this year, is, in my view, the astrological equivalent to an exclamation point. This is something that we need to pay attention to, the energies of this planet and what we can learn from the myth of Sedna and the astronomical and astrological symbology. Now, of course, I realize that because Sedna's orbit is so very long, 10 to 12,000 years long, that it's going to move very slowly, and it might seem like a coincidence that that planet is conjunct the North Node at the time of her discovery and in January of this year. I don't believe there are any coincidences in astrology. The further away a planet is, as I said, the greater its impact on collective evolution and greater civilization. So both Pluto and Sedna have a great deal to teach us. The fact that Pluto is one of the co-rulers of Scorpio, it makes its lessons of power that much more profound and poignant to us. But Sedna goes beyond the death and rebirth cycle of the phoenix in the Scorpio journey. Sedna is revealing to us how to be more like the eagle, to transcend the suffering and the trauma, the loss and the abandonment, and to find the current of source energy on which we can soar. We are then given the choice to swoop down and be among the drama that is playing out on the planet, or we can find the current again, rise above it. But the eagle has a very acute eye for seeing exactly what is going on at a greater distance. And with Sedna being so far away from our solar system, this planet is also helping us remember not just who we are as ancient beings, as souls who were part of the Lemurian and Atlantean journey. She is also reminding us who we are as cosmic citizens who need to learn to live in harmony with civilizations beyond our world.